Hello everybody, this is me Sophia Sayar. Today in this video I'm going to be doing an evening glam look with a luscious eyes and a flawless base. This look is perfect for any glamorous event. You can easily carry this look for any party or any functions. Well, let's see how I achieve this look. I have already done with the CTM. So for a base I'm going to be using my Krylon Derma palette. Her tone is neutral and kind of warm, so for her I'll be taking the shade D64 as a base. Her skin is pretty flawless and she don't need more of a coverage, so I'll be applying it a very thin layer on her cheek area, a little bit on her chin, her mouth area, some on her forehead and also on the nose with my flat foundation brush. Next thing I'm using is an orange corrector for her dark circles, which is pretty much intense, so I'm making sure to cover every affected area with my color correcting brush. I'm applying it on her upper lips, area around her chin, corner of her nose and a little bit on her forehead to make sure her base looks even and not ashy or grey. Next thing I'm applying is concealer. It's a mixture of two shades D64 and D3 by Krylon. I'm using a flat concealer brush and applying it all over the places where I have applied the orange corrector to balance every product on her face. Also, I'm applying the same shade of concealer as to highlight the high points of her face and blending it with the same brush. Now I'm applying the shade D3 to conceal her eyelids with a flat eyeshadow brush. I'm using a damp beauty blender and just dabbing over her face to blend every base products to make sure there's no excessive amount left as a patch. Cream products creases really fast, so I'm dabbing it with the same beauty blender before adding any powder to her face. Now I'm taking a translucent powder by Krylon. I'll be applying it with a small fluffy brush to reach the areas under her eyes properly. I'm just gonna dab it because dabbing will give an another layer of coverage to her face. I'm going towards the corner of her nose with the same brush because those areas are hard to reach with a normal powder brush. Now I'm gonna be setting her face with the same powder, and for this I'm taking the actual powder brush. I am just dabbing to set everything and rubbing to brush away any excess powder all over the face. Now I'll be switching to her brows. For that I'm taking a clean spoolie and just brushing it away on both of her brows to make sure there is no foundation residing inside any of her brows. To give her a fuller looking brows, I'm filling it in with a shade similar to her eyebrow, and for it I'm using a thin angular brush to give it a fine and nicely blended strokes. Rest I'm gonna be brushing spoolie to blend all the brow product in. Now moving on to her eyes, I'm using a nude pinky shade to add depth on a crease line and the outer portion of her eyes. For this I'm using a medium size of a blending brush, and my technique to blend the shades is to move my brush in a circular motion or a horizontal way to get rid of any harsh lines on the crease. Next I'm adding a bit darker pink on the outer corner. I'm pushing the shade from lash line towards the brow to give it a smoky cat eye effect. Now I'm blending everything with the big blending brush to cut away any patchy or harsh lines. Next I'm adding a little bit of a black shade on the ending edge of her eyes to intensify this smoky effect. And for that I'm using the smallest blending brush peasantly. Then I'm blending every shades together with the same blending brush to make sure everything is blended perfectly. For sockets, I'm applying a beautiful glittery champagne shade to give the whole eye look a spark. For this, I'm using a flat eyeshadow brush. Now moving on to the eyeliner, I'm applying a liquid liner by Lakme. For creating that cat eye, I'm directly starting from the wing. I'm dragging a slanting line towards the brow, then I'm connecting it towards the center of her eye. And now I'm just gonna fill in the eyeliner, then I'll make it even from every edges. Next thing I'm doing is applying the same nude pinky eyeshadow on a lower line to complete the eye look. Fourth, with moving on to her lashes, I'm not curling it because she have a pretty thick lashes. So I'm directly applying my less sensational mascara by Maybelline. I'm just wiggling it and pushing it outwards. Now switching on to contouring, her face shape is square, so I'm adding my sugar contour shade in warm under her cheekbones and jawline. I'm going extra crazy to give a desirable definition to her face, and for that I'm using a huge fluffy angle brush to blend and place every product prominently. Also not forgetting to contour her nose to give it a sharp protruding effect with the same contour and a small fluffy angular brush. Now I'm adding on some Old Rose pink blush on her cheeks to add that pinky glow. For that I'm using my Revolution Ultimate Blush palette and I'm applying it with a flossy blush brush. Now to the best part about makeup is adding some glow known as a highlighter. For that I'm using a rose gold and adding some moon glow on both of her cheeks and a little bit on the nose. For that I'm using a fan brush. To give her face a more enhancing effect, I'm adding some blush again and some more bronzer under the hollows of her cheek to make sure her face looks sculpted and defined properly. For her lips, I'm taking Huda's Contour Lip Liner in the shade Famous and applying it on her naturally shaped lips as follows. And now for adding a little bit tint to her lips, I'm using a lipstick by Maybelline Creamy Matte in the shade Electric Pink and I'm applying it with a lip brush evenly. Now moving on to the last thing to add the extra drama to this overall look, I'm adding a false lashes by Huda. Took some black eyeshadow on the small angular brush and placing it between lashes and liner to cover up the visible glow. So yeah, this is the final look.